The room was stark and plain. A man sat in uniform, visibly injured yet composed. In front of him, a Pakistani army officer gently offered a cup of tea. The man took it, tasted it, and with remarkable poise, spoke 4 words that would soon echo around the globe. "The tea is fantastic." That man was Wing Commander Abhi Nandan Varthaman, an Indian Air Force pilot who had just survived a dogfight, been captured by an enemy nation, and yet maintained the bearing of a true warrior. In those 4 words, spoken behind enemy lines, he displayed not just courage, but a calm defiance and dignity that turned him into a living legend overnight. This is the story of the man behind that mustache. The journey of a fighter pilot who stared down danger in the skies, maintained his composure in captivity, and emerged not only alive but victorious, ultimately receiving the Vir Chakra, India's 3rd highest wartime gallantry award. Early life and military roots. Abhinandan was born on 21 June 1983 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, into a Tamil Jain family. But more than religion or culture, it was legacy that defined his upbringing. His father, Air Marshal Simhakuti Varthaman, was a senior officer in the Indian Air Force, and his mother was a doctor. Abhinandan grew up surrounded by military ethos and discipline. While other children played with toys, he was fascinated with aircraft. The sound of jets wasn't noise to him, it was music. Raised in a household where patriotism wasn't just a concept but a way of life, he developed early traits of responsibility, courage, and leadership. Even as a young boy, he carried himself with a sense of confidence that stood out. His father's uniform wasn't just a symbol of national service, it was his inspiration. Abhinandan enrolled at Sainik School, Amaravatinagar, one of India's premier military preparatory institutions. It was here that the foundations of his career were laid. Life at Sainik School was rigorous: early morning drills, strict discipline, and a heavy academic workload. But young Abhinandan thrived in that environment. He wasn't just a good student. He was a natural leader. His peers and teachers quickly recognized his unyielding determination and level-headedness under pressure. The qualities that would one day help him remain calm in enemy custody were cultivated in those early school years: obedience, resilience, respect, and courage. These were not just values in textbooks, but lived every day. After completing school, Abhinandan joined the National Defense Academy, NDA, in Pune, a prestigious tri-services military academy. It was at NDA that his transformation from cadet to officer truly began. The competition was intense, the expectations higher, but once again, he rose through the ranks, showing not just physical stamina, but intellectual acumen and decision-making ability. Graduating with distinction, Abhinandan was commissioned into the Indian Air Force on 19 June 2004 as a flying officer. His dream had taken wings, literally. Post-commissioning, Abhinandan underwent intense flying training at Indian Air Force bases in Bathinda and Halwara. Flying was not just a job for him, it was a calling. He trained on various fighter aircraft, gradually gaining mastery over speed, control, and situational awareness. He was promoted to flight lieutenant on 19 June 2006, and later to squadron leader on 8 July 2010. During these years, he flew one of IAF's most advanced jets, the Su-30 MKI, a twin-engine multi-role air superiority fighter. But fate took an unexpected turn when he was reassigned to a much older aircraft, the MiG-21 Bison. The MiG-21 Bison was a relic of the Cold War, fast and deadly, but outdated and prone to maintenance challenges. Many referred to it as a flying coffin, yet Abhinandan did not complain. To him, it was still a weapon of the skies, and every weapon had to be respected and mastered. By 19 June 2017, he had earned the rank of Wing Commander and continued flying the MiG-21 with skill and pride. What he lacked in advanced radar systems or stealth, he made up for with courage, training, and reflexes, all of which would be tested in February 2019. On 14th of February 2019, a suicide bomber targeted a convoy of CRPF personnel in Pulwama, Jammu, and Kashmir. 40 soldiers were martyred in one of the deadliest terrorist attacks on Indian soil. The attack was claimed by the Jaish-e-Mohammed, a Pakistan-based terror outfit. The Indian nation mourned, then demanded justice. In the early hours of 26 February 2019, India retaliated with a bold move. A squadron of Mirage 2000 jets crossed the LOC and dropped precision bombs on terrorist training camps in Balakot, deep inside Pakistan. It was a direct, unprecedented move. The first time since 1971 that Indian jets had gone beyond the LOC for offensive action. The very next day, on 27 February, Pakistan launched a counterattack. As Pakistani F-16s entered Indian airspace in retaliation, the IAF scrambled jets to intercept them. Wing Commander Abhi Nandan, flying a MiG-21 Bison, was among the pilots ordered to defend Indian skies. Knowing the technological gap between his jet and the F-16s, he didn't hesitate. In a display of daring aerial maneuvering, Abhi Nandan locked onto a Pakistani F-16 and fired an R-73 air-to-air missile. The F-16 was destroyed. A moment that marked the first confirmed aerial kill by a MiG-21 in modern history. However, in the process, Abhinandan's aircraft was also hit. He ejected safely but landed across the line of control, in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Captured behind enemy lines, local villagers handed Abhinandan over to the Pakistan Army. Videos quickly surfaced showing him being questioned. Though bloodied, he remained calm. When asked about sensitive information, he refused politely, sticking to the Geneva Convention protocols: name, rank, and service number. Another video surfaced later, showing him sipping tea offered by a Pakistani officer. After a brief pause, he said, "The tea is fantastic." That calm phrase, under duress, became an instant legend, a sign of courage that resonated with millions. It symbolized not just his strength, but India's spirit. India demanded his safe return. The international community, watching the escalating tension between two nuclear-armed nations, urged restraint. The Geneva Conventions clearly mandated humane treatment and prompt return of captured soldiers. Under mounting diplomatic pressure, Pakistan announced on 28 February 2019 that it would return Abhinandan as a peace gesture. On 1 March 2019, in the evening, Wing Commander Abhinandan Varthaman walked across the Wagah border, back into India. The nation erupted in celebration. His composure while returning, saluting, head held high, brought tears to millions. Social media overflowed with tributes. Murals were painted. T-shirts were printed. That mustache became a national symbol. On 15 August 2019, the Indian government announced that Wing Commander Abhinandan would be awarded the Vir Chakra, India's third-highest wartime gallantry award. The official citation praised his courage, quick thinking, and unwavering resolve. In November 2019, President Ram Nath Kovind presented him with the medal. Abhinandan, standing in full uniform, received the honor with the same calm dignity that had defined every step of his journey. Abhinandan never sought fame. He avoided interviews, stayed out of politics, and returned quietly to duty. In 2021, he was promoted to group captain. His story is now part of training manuals, motivational sessions, and military case studies. His capture and return not only prevented a major war, but also reminded India and the world of the power of restraint, professionalism, and humanity in warfare. It's not often that a mustache, a few words, and a single cup of tea make history. But Abhinandan Varthaman's story is proof that true heroism isn't loud. It's quiet, measured, and powerful. He didn't scream slogans. He didn't deliver speeches. He simply did his duty, and did it with such calm and composure that the world paused to admire. And so, while the awards, medals, and military glory remain, it is perhaps those 4 quiet words, spoken in captivity, in enemy territory, that define the legend best. The tea is fantastic.